Today I rise to urge a yes vote on the package. Colleagues, I stand before you today as a former public school history teacher and a union president, the grandson of two proud UAW members, my grandmother, Virginia Harris, and my grandfather, Albert Wegela. We're both members of the UAW Locals 735 and 600 for over 30 years. It is because of their union-negotiated wages, healthcare, and pensions that my family was able to thrive. Today, we collectively stand on the shoulders of labor warriors fighting for economic justice. I rise to remind us of the sacrifices that have been made. When I think about this, I am taken back to Chicago in 1887, where 4 people fighting for the 8-hour workday were publicly executed. I think about Michigan, Christmas Eve, 1913, the Italian Hall disaster, where 73 people were killed in a plot by the company to dissolve the strike and cause chaos. I think about the Ludlow massacre in 1914, where company guards massacred 25 people, 11 of which were children. And I think about the tens and thousands of adults and children who have been forced to work for unfair wages and in unsafe conditions. Unions and their members' sacrifices are responsible for the weekend, the 8-hour workday, countless safety regulations, minimum wage, and the implementation of child labor laws. Colleagues, we are in the middle of class warfare. We live in a time with massive wealth inequality. In the United States, 3 people have more wealth than the bottom 50% of Americans combined. We have seen a direct attack on the working class in this country over the last several decades. We have seen that as union membership has gone down, wealth inequality has gone up. The so-called right-to-work law was designed not to give workers freedom, but to weaken their bargaining power and increase the profits of a few. The series of bills in this package are about something very simple: democracy. Workers deserve a say in their workplaces, and I remind us that labor creates all profits, and workers are entitled to a fair share of those profits. Unionized workplaces benefit society immensely. They are statistically safer. Unionized workplaces narrow the gender pay gap, and most importantly, they give workers a voice. Today, workers are fighting back. And while this war will ultimately be won through the labor movement and not in this body, I rise today to put control back in the hands of workers and their unions. We have an opportunity to reverse legislation that was designed to unfairly weaken unions and workers, legislation that devalues our history and the sacrifices of our ancestors. I will end with a quote by labor leader and union activist Eugene Debs. "I am opposing a social order in which it is possible for one man who does absolutely nothing that is useful to amass a fortune of hundreds of millions of dollars, while millions of men and women who work all the days of their lives secure barely enough for a wretched existence." I urge all of my colleagues to support these bills. Thank you.